Welcome to the class of 2018. Welcome back to our current students, faculty, and staff. I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed your summer vacations, and I hope you're all excited for another great year as we continue to make this campus a better place each and every day. Generally, this picnic is symbolic of new beginnings, but today we will also be recognizing an ending and saying goodbye to two people that have dedicated their lives to this institution for the past 4 years. 3 years ago, on this very first Sunday, I can clearly remember the first time Gus the Goose was revealed to our campus by President Reiss. Now, 3 years after that time, and 4 years from his initial start, we'll be saying goodbye to our president and his wife as they move on with other endeavors. Over the past 4 years, our campus has undergone a great deal of transformation, structurally, culturally, and academically. President Reese's guidance and leadership have helped take this institution to new heights that will leave a lasting impact in the coming years. His work has placed our institution in a position for continued success as we thrive throughout our future. Throughout the tenure of many students here, we have become close with the President and our First Lady, as they have graciously had students over their house on numerous occasions, bonded with us at sporting events, drama productions, and other events all throughout the campus community. Miss Reese's energy has helped many of us through some of our toughest times in the classroom and on the athletic fields. For those of you who may not know, she could also be found working out side by side with the women's athletic teams, coaching the admissions ambassadors, and mentoring students about various aspects of their lives, to name a few things. On behalf of the student body, we would like to present the two with a gift, a key to our home, Washington College, a key to Chestertown, Maryland. This key is symbolic of an invitation back to our home at any time. However, they will not need it because our doors will always be open. We're all very thankful for their service and dedication over the past few years, and they will truly be missed. However, for many of you, this will be your first time seeing our interim president, Mr. Jay Griswold, and his wife Tony, as they will be with our campus for the next months to year. Let's give them a round of applause and welcome them to Goose Nation. On behalf of the student body, we'd also like to present Mr. Griswold with a gift, a hat, and say welcome to Goose Nation. I will now pass the mic to Provost Shamley Wright. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Connor. When I first arrived at Washington College, I learned quickly what everyone else already knew, that President Reiss has an abiding, unwavering, unflinching devotion to excellence. He saw in Washington College a similar devotion that matched his own. He didn't rest at the end of the day until he had done everything that he could to make sure that the world knew the quality of experience we offer our students. Now, as I say, every one of us already knows that, so I'm not telling you anything new. The students, the staff, the faculty, the alumni, and the trustees. But having had the opportunity to work with Mitchell side by side, day after day, has revealed some other things that maybe you didn't know, and the hush comes over the crowd. For example, this very, very serious man has a raucous sense of humor. You are just going to have to trust me on this. I cannot go into details. You also may not know that if you work closely with Mitchell, he always was checking in on the things about your life that were important to you, particularly your family. If someone in your circle was sick or going through a tough time, he would check in almost on a daily basis to inquire how things were going until he was sure that things were okay. And most tellingly, any student who came into Mitchell's orbit, whether it was an officer of the SGA, a student worker in Bunting Hall, or someone who worked on the catering staff at Henson Ringgold, He took a special interest in their success. In some cases, that meant mentoring and coaching, opening doors for professional opportunities, and writing letter after letter of recommendation. For others, it was a conversation in his office when he noticed a student's name that he recognized in the overnight reports from public safety. Those conversations were not about piling on, but he was aware that a chat from the president of the college might reset a student's course if it had appeared to go off track a bit. Now, I dare say, Mitchell, that you will miss the intimacy of this place. But I know that you will find ways to bring your personal touch and your ability to connect to the new post and the new challenges at Colonial Williamsburg. And Colonial Williamsburg will be the better for it. Elisabeth, I congratulate you for expertly and flawlessly executing what I believe to be the hardest job on any college campus. The job of president, I hear, is kind of hard, but the job of being the president's spouse is beyond compare. In your presence, Elisabeth, people always felt at home. They felt warmly welcomed and received. Indeed, you always made everybody feel special. Your gracious hospitality made guests feel like family. Your sense of humor and willingness to have fun kept us, and most importantly, kept Mitchell from taking ourselves too seriously. I've said it before and I will say it again, Colonial Williamsburg does not deserve you, Elisabeth, so come back whenever you want and whenever you need a dose of home. It is now my pleasure to introduce Interim President Jay Griswold.
That's supposed to be maybe a precursor to listen up a little bit. And I think that since I first encountered Washington College, probably close to 25 years ago, I'm just amazed, and I haven't been active for a few years, to come back and to see this incredible bunch of students. And I just think it's terrific, and the school spirit and all that goes with it. New staff, new faculty, people coming back from the summer and seeing one another is just wonderful to see. So give yourselves a big hand. Now you'll be pleased to know that I'm not going to be here for very long. I'm the interim president with the emphasis on interim. So nobody knows how long that is, but it's not going to be terribly long. So you're probably relieved to hear that. And furthermore, my speech isn't going to be very long, so be pleased to hear that. And really what I want to say is how pleased my wife, who is behind the pillar there, for sweetheart, come up to the We've been married, I think, 46 years. Yeah. 46 years at hard labor, and it's been a great ride, and I want to thank her for all the support that she's given me and allowed me to do this job, which, as Emily says, is not easy. And so, would you like to say something?
We're very glad to be here. Thank you.
There you go. So, But what we're really here for is to say goodbye to Elisabeth and Mitchell and the incredible service that they have rendered to this institution. And it really is a wonderful thing for me to see this great progress, and just in every facet, every phase of the operation, you can see where they have touched it. And we're just furious that they're going to Williamsburg. It's just not fair, but we can't change their mind. And so, being that being the case, what we want to do is send them off with a chair. So of course we have a chair. Now, if somebody would remove that basket, and if Mitchell and Elisabeth would come forward and take the wrap off the chair. And now, for the final act, if Mitchell would please sit in the chair and Elisabeth sit on his lap.
You're the president. They are a great tumbling team. Big round for Mitchell and Elisabeth. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Jay and Tony. 4.5 years ago, Elisabeth and I came to this very special place. And almost immediately, we fell in love with Washington College and all the people associated with it. And there hasn't really been a day when we haven't really been so pleased with ourselves for making such a wise decision. We love this place. We always will. We hope that you always will love it also. We're just so glad you chose us. And we wish nothing but the best for all of you and for Washington College. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, as my final act as president of Washington College, I've decided to take the ALS challenge. I'm glad you're so excited about that. Now, I understand the protocol is that since I was called out a few days ago by Doug Mercado and Miles Garrett, that I get to call out 3 people. And so, I've got to go over there. Okay, but let me announce beforehand the 3 people that I am going to call out to also take the challenge or make a contribution to fight this terrible disease. It is your SGA president, Connor Harrison. It is one of our very own faculty members, Michelle Valansky. And it is the new Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Xavier Cole. So with that, I think I have a rendezvous with some ice water, so excuse me.